What up, y'all? Victor Your Love back up in here, man. Another video, another awesome poem. But this time we're not gonna do poems. We're gonna do straight into Dragon Magic 2. So this is the second video. If you never watched the first one, you should. But this is a tutorial on how to make a crystal grid. I've been thinking about this forever, but like I haven't done it. But now I'm greedy. So first thing you need is some crystals, right? So I got a whole bunch of crystals in this bag. And we're gonna see what we can do with it. So basically, when it comes to Dragon Magic, you need one of these bad boys. This is a treasure chest. You need this to keep gold or silver in, or something, jewelry or something that's valuable to you in here, so that your dragons can protect it and they can see that you actually give a fuck about them and see their superiority and see their power and magnificence. So you need to have this. So you just put that down somewhere. You need to put something in it, obviously. That's just how dragons work. They need some kind of jewelry or something. Otherwise, they're just like, why are you having it here? They want to protect something. That's just how they are. If you see them in mythical movies, they're always with gold or something. So anyways, this is a candle. You don't need to do this. I'd say this is optional, but you want to have a candle so you can light it when you talk to them. You want a table, obviously. This I'm doing on the floor, but a table will be suffice. This is how you make an altar, right? This is how you make a crystal grid. So yeah, this is how I do it. I'm by no means an expert at this, so don't count on me or anything. But yeah, I like to have like statues of like dragons around me. So I put like a dragon, for example, right here, or like maybe on top here. Who knows? It's up to you, right? It's whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is if your imagination is working. Now, when it comes to crystals, this is not a crystal really, but this is a rock, and it's a shiny rock. So I like to have like, you know, some kind of, this is what I used to do. I don't do this anymore because I just don't need to anymore. But like, for those who are just like into it, so this is a crystal. This is a dragon crystal. I forgot what crystal this is. It's a very it was expensive, kind of. It was like 50 bucks, 40 bucks, I don't know. But yeah, this you would keep in the center. Something like this you would keep in the center, right? As a force to be reckoned with. This is the force to be reckoned. This is like the energy center. This is where all the energy would go, for example. Right? And this, you see all these little shards? Those are like little beams of reflection of light. So like every time, you would have to imagine light going every single tiny shard. So it's like a lot of energy, basically. You got to be careful with that. But this is just show you what you can do, right? So I might know my mean. I don't recommend using crystals, but like unless you know what you're doing, because apparently they can. I've dealt with crystals. They can really fuck you up. So this is amethyst, obviously. So yeah, I'd probably put this somewhere like in front of this, right? And so this is, you need something like these, where you have points on it or direction on it, so that you can triangulate the energy. So what I mean by that is, like, for example, since I made this grid, I can put this energy here and put this one right here. That's just how, the thing what you want to do is when you're creating a grid is you want to go with your intuition. See how like I'm going with the flow, I'm not thinking about it too much? That's how you want to be. Otherwise, it doesn't work. It's not going to be as effective. If you're planning it like that, it's going to be way too crazy and chaotic to understand, first of all. So you don't want to think it, you don't want to think it through. You don't even want to think about it. You just want to do what feels right. And for me, this feels right. So that's what I do. And then you would have, like, for example, if you have like one of these crystals or something like plain, you can put it on the side like this. Boom. So yeah, that's an example right there. I just made a crystal grid, really. This is not a crystal, but if I wanted to back this up by energy, I could. So like, for example, depending how big your table is, how far you can go, you can put it right behind here. Now it's protected by this crystal. Or I have this crystal here, this small ass crystal. I don't have a crystal on this side, right? So this is a protection crystal, it's a jet. Boom. Now it's protected from this side. angle. So now I'm protected from all angles. Front, back. Oh, wait, see, my back is not. The point of energy is to cover all sides as much as possible. So here I found a blood moonstone dragon crystal. Boom. So yeah, this is an example of a crystal grid. It is not perfect. Obviously, there's something more you would have to have. I do not have it with me. But basically, you know what selenite is? If you don't know what selenite is, it's this crystal right here. So there's that's paint, don't mind that. But there's a pack of selenite that comes. It's like small rods, and that amplifies each crystal. That clears each crystal. Selenite's a clearing crystal. So if you have this on deck, it's good because it clears energy. So if you have the rods, what I would do, right, is I'd put the rods like this, and then put the main crystal in the middle, and then all the energy would impact that one crystal. You feel me? So that's why you do it like that. And each crystal has its own property, has its own characteristics, has its own thing. By the way, this is not a crystal. We need to put a crystal for this. See, this is how the thing works. You gotta have knowledge. Oh yeah, I have this kind of fancy looking crystal. I don't even know if it's a real crystal, but this part is not real, but this part looks real as fuck. So this is a dragon. So I got this from, like, I don't know where I got it from, Wish probably or whatever, but it doesn't really matter, right? The point is you got crystal. And then here's solar light. So I put the solar light right here, intuitively, without even thinking. So that's how you make a crystal grid. And when you have a crystal grid, you don't put too many crystals on the grid because it's gonna be overwhelming. You don't want to be too like right now. I feel overwhelmed with all these many crystals. You don't need that many crystals. I would probably take out the solar light and probably take out the this one and probably just leave that. I don't know. Or probably take out that one. I don't know. Yeah, these two or these three probably take out. I don't need them. But this is not a crystal, so I needed to put a crystal on. So I guess I do need this one at least. But this is not really a crystal. It's more of a decoration. But you want to have like dragon essence around you when you're making crystal grids. So having like statues, even like small things like that, or small things like this. You don't need to have this. I would say this is like secondary. Primary is crystals. You don't even need the candle. You don't even need this. You just need crystals and a table that is preferably at like your waist length or like a little bit lower than that, and then you can sit down in front of that table and use it as an altar and talk to your dragon. Even better. So once you've mastered how to do the previous video of awakening them, and then you can do a crystal grid like this. I don't know if I'm missing anything, but you have to. That's all you have to do, really. Each time you want to talk to your dragons, you can easily just like light the candle, right? You can light the candle or have like some small light and just light it, and then take it out obviously after you're done meditation, visualization. I wouldn't recommend a candle. I burnt my house down almost by using a candle. Just don't mess with crystals, don't mess with tarot, don't mess with any of this shit. If you don't know what you're doing, because I didn't know what I was doing at that time, and I still don't know what I'm doing. That's why I don't touch this anymore. But if for those who are wondering how to make a crystal grid for your dragons, this is how you do it. And this is the best way I've seen to crystal. Like this is the only way I've done it, but this has made my visualizations and my daily practice of talking to them easier and more enjoyable and more fun and more connecting and yeah, everything. It's just more amplified. You would have to go into your own psyche and figure out what fits best for you, which crystals you want. But don't buy too many crystals. I recommend you buy whatever you want, but don't buy too many because you don't need that many. You really don't. You probably just need selenite and like one grid crystal like this, or like a tall one, like a prism. a point one is better because it shoots into the sky, but you don't really need that. It's all about the intention at the end of the day. So yeah, that's the video. Hope y'all enjoy. Victory Love signing out. Peace. Make sure y'all practice this shit safely. Make sure y'all do your research. Make sure y'all look up each crystal attributes and properties, and you'll know what to do. This is a clear quartz. That's a selenite. It's a little bit different. Clear quartz also clears, but selenite clears. I don't know. But yeah, that's the whole video. Peace out.